Hello everyone, this is Jatin from gladtutor.com, and today we are going to talk about the types of leverages in financial management, which includes financial leverage, operating leverage and combined leverage. So this is the part 7 of our financial management series. To watch our previous video regarding methods and techniques of capital budgeting, or to watch our all videos of financial management playlist, then click on the upper I button. And if you are new to our channel, then don't forget to click on the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon, so that in future if we upload any video regarding financial management or any other management subject, you will be notified. So we Glad Tutor is a blog of mine where I want to give you a practical and joyful experience of management subjects. I am here to help you in master all the management skills through my management notes, PPTs, ebooks, case studies, videos, and every possible way. For more details, you can check out my website www.gladtutor.com. And without wasting so much time, let's get started. Firstly, we will talk about the meaning of leverage in financial management. So, the leverage is the employment of fixed assets or funds. For that, the firm has to pay a fixed cost or a fixed rate of interest in terms in irrespective of or the level of activities attained at the level of operating profit earned. So, in leverage, whether you buy fixed assets or whether you borrow the funds, for the fixed asset you have to pay a fixed cost, and for the funds you have to pay a fixed rate of interest, is irrespective of you are earning profit or not, right? So this is about the meaning of leverage in financial management. Now come to the types of leverages in financial management. So there are three types of leverages in financial management. First one is the financial leverage, operating leverage, and combined leverage. So we will talk about each type in detail. The first one is financial leverage in financial management. This leverage is related to the financial or capital structure of the business. It is basically the financial cost of the firm, right? uh, in this leverage we use the debt in capital structure. We have in the meaning of leverage we have discussed two things: fixed assets or funds. In financial leverage we discuss about the funds. We use the funds, right? It arises when a firm deploy the debt funds with the fixed changes, and the formula of financial leverage is EBIT divided by EBT. EBIT here is earning before interest and taxes, and EBT is earning before taxes. And that now come to degree of financial leverage, right? Degree of financial leverage is percentage of change in earning per share divided by percentage of change in earning before interest and taxes. uh, so when a law, if we talk about the there can be two ways, like whether the financial leverage ratio will be high or whether it will be low. The lesser financial leverage ratio indicates the lesser rate of interest, which will be good for a company. But if the financial leverage ratio is higher, then it can be risky for the business because they have to pay a higher rate of interest, and that can strain the company profit. So there are three methods of financial leverage. The first one is debt ratio. Debt ratio is simply the uh, debentures by a value of firm. The debentures you have for the company and divided by the value of firm, which will give you the financial leverage. The second one is the debt equity ratio. What are the value of debt debentures and divided by the value of equity. And you can also find out the financial leverage from interest coverage ratio, and the formula of interest coverage ratio is EBIT, earning before interest and taxes, divided by ROI, which is rate return on investment, right? So I think you have got an idea about what is financial leverage, what is the formula, and the degree and the methods of financial leverage. Now come to operating leverage. It is a leverage which is directly related to the operation of the business or a firm. The cost structure of any firm gives rise to the operating leverage. So in the leverage there are two types we have discussed. First one is fixed assets or funds. The funds was related to the financial leverage, and the fixed assets, if you talk about, that is for the operating leverage. Any cost structure of a firm gives rise to the operating leverage, and the operating leverage is the fixed operating expense because there is a fixed operating cost also, right? Business can may face so many difficulties, but it is challenging to survive. So operating leverage is done for the fixed assets because it is a fixed operating expense. The formula of operating profit, and there is a difference between operating profit and operating leverage, right? So the formula of operating profit is EBIT, earning before interest and taxes. This is the formula, like the money you have earned before in calculating the interest and taxes, the earnings are your operating profit. But the operating leverage will be the contribution by May divided by EBIT. Contribution here is your sales minus variable cost, that divided by the EBIT. Here you will get the operating leverage. The firm operating leverage gives the firm a higher quantum of fixed cost and a lower variable cost. So there is also degree of operating leverage also. The degree of operating leverage measures the responsiveness of EBIT to the change in the value of output, right? In the operating leverage, the form degree is the percentage of change in EBIT divided by percentage of change in quantity or output is greater than 1. And if you talk about the financial leverage, the degree was percentage of change in the percentage of degree was percentage of change in EPS divided by the percentage of change in EBIT. Wait. So here we have done the degree of operating leverage. Now come to example of operating leverage. Yeah, we have also included an example to give you a better understanding about the operating leverage. So for example, there is a firm who sells their product at 100 rupees per unit, which has a variable cost of 50 rupees per unit and a fixed operating cost of 50,000 per annum. So we have to find out the various levels of EBIT, earning before interest and taxes, that would result from the sale of 1000 units, whether it is a 2000 units and 3000 units. So we have given the selling price of 100 rupees and variable cost of 50 rupees per unit, and the fixed operating cost, that is for machinery, that will be 50,000 rupees per annum. So let's solve the question. Selling units are, the selling price is 100 rupees per unit. For 1000 units that will be 1 lakh. For 2000 units that will be 2 lakh, and for 3000 units 100 rupees price will be 3 lakh. And if we deduct the variable cost for 50 rupees per unit, that will be 50,000, 1 lakh and 1 lakh 50,000. And if we also deduct the fixed operating cost from that, that is 50,000 rupees per annum, that will also be deducted from these three, 50,000, 50,000 and 50,000. That will result the for 1000 units that will be 0, for 2000 units that will be 50,000, and for 3000 units that will be 1 lakh. So the EBIT or the operating profit will be for the 1000 units will be minus 100%, and for the 3000 units that will be plus 100%. So this I think you got an understanding about the operating leverage from this. So when a firm has a fixed operating expense and an increase in the sales volume, result also double in the EBIT. Similarly, a decrease in the level of sales can also give you exactly opposite effect. This is operating leverage. The former being the favorable leverage, later is a unfavorable leverage. So we can say leverage can work in both direction. So it is clear that leverage can be favorable or unfavorable. Here higher level of risk are attached to the higher level of leverage. Since degree of leverage depends on the high fixed operating cost, it logically follows that larger the fixed operating cost, higher the firm operating leverage and its operating risk. So this was about the operating leverage. Now come to the combined leverage. Combined leverage is, as the name signifies, it is a combination of both the leverages to keep the risk in manageable limit. A firm which has a higher degree of operating leverage should have a low degree of financial leverage, and which has a vice versa, which has a lower degree of operating leverage, that we should have a higher degree of financial leverage. So combined leverage indicates that if there is an increase in sales, then there also be an effect in the earning per share. So the degree of combined leverage is degree of operating leverage into degree of financial leverage, and I have already told you, explained you the degree of operating leverage formula and degree of financial leverage. So this was about the types of leverage in financial management, in which we have discussed their methods, three types, their formulas, their degrees, and how to calculate them. So I hope you have liked the video. If you have liked it, make sure you like, and don't forget to subscribe our channel Glad Tutor, and share this video to your friends. If you found any if you have any query regarding this topic, please write in the comment section. I will give you answer. Thank you. Bye bye.